I'm Hannah Ezel, and it's a good day to have a good day. Let's meet the next Clarksvillian that everybody should know.
My name is Xena. I am 28 years old. I'm from Fairbanks, Alaska originally. I came here in 2016 with my husband, who used to be in the military.
As many do.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you like Clarksville? Do you want to stay here?
Yes, I love Clarksville. My husband got out of the Army so we could stay here, mostly because of my business, and then we also have 2 small kids. So.
It's surprising me how much small businesses in Clarksville, people come here to stay here and build their business, and I'm learning that that's actually a huge thing in Clarksville. Yeah. So tell us, what is your business?
So I own Choose Joy Beauty, which is inside of Noble Beauty, and I am an esthetician. I focus mainly on semi-permanent makeup, so right now it's really just eyebrows. I do microblading and then another technique called powder brows.
So I am really don't know anything in this realm. So can you tell me what microblading is? I've seen so many things about it.
So microblading is where we use a small blade to create individual hair strokes. So it looks like your natural hairs.
Oh.
And then the powder brows is more of an actual, more like a traditional tattoo. So I use a tattoo machine. We're just not going as deep into the skin.
Whoa.
So that makes it semi-permanent. And then the difference in the looks is the microblading is the strokes like hair, and then the powder brows is more like a powdery makeup type effect.
Okay.
But you can still keep it really soft and natural looking, depending on how you saturate the eyebrows and things like that.
So with the microblading, how long would that last?
So the microblading, usually touch-ups are recommended yearly.
Okay.
The powder brows though, they last a lot longer. I'm starting to kind of transition everybody more into the powder brows. It's better for your skin. There's more of, there's a easier way to go about doing it as far as in several years it looks better.
Yeah.
And over time it holds up with time better. Whereas microblading can fade kind of splotchy. Powder brows doesn't. It fades more evenly away.
That's really good to know. So Choose Joy, how long have you been working, or since you started, I guess?
So I started back in 2016 when I was in Alaska, and I started doing makeup actually as a side gig.
Oh, yeah.
I was managing a dental office, which is really random, but so I was managing a dental office, and then on the weekends I would do makeup for events and stuff, and it really just kind of blew up. I did it at first just because I liked doing makeup, and I was just trying to make some extra money before we moved, and then I found that I really loved it. I originally, when I got out of high school, wanted to go into the beauty field, but I thought that I wanted to be a hairstylist.
Right.
And then things just kind of didn't go that way.
Yeah.
So
we all have that story of what we were going to be.
Yeah.
Except for you actually are.
Yeah, kind of. So in 2016, I started doing the makeup and stuff, and then we moved down here, and I was like, well, I really want to make sure that I can do it in each state that we go to, legally and everything. So I found that I needed to get my aesthetics license.
Yeah.
So that's when I went to aesthetic school. As soon as we got here, I think the next month I was enrolled in school. Yeah, and then I fast tracked it. I did as many hours as I could to just
I know that feeling.
Get in and get out. And then once I was done with that, I was doing lashes for a while.
Yeah. So popular.
Yeah, and I just really didn't enjoy doing lashes. So
I can imagine that.
Yeah, I found honestly that I was spending most of my time doing waxing and tinting, and that was just the most fun for me. And then I was also doing makeup, and when I was doing makeup, that was always the thing that people loved the most was the eyebrows.
Yeah.
So in 2020, the beginning of 2020, I went and got the training for the microblading and powder brows.
That's
and so I went and did that, and then I came back, and then my business since then has just primarily been that.
I can see that because it's so popular, and I feel like it's that thing in 2020 especially where everybody was like, this is something I can do to take care of myself.
Yeah.
And feel really good about myself no matter what's going on in this crazy world. So.
Yeah. not have to like keep up with it every day. Like you just wake up and your eyebrows are on and it's
I
fantastic.
mean, I don't want you to look at my eyebrows, and you can kind of see them. It's truly terrible. So, and every time I tell my best friend all the time, like, if I just get my eyebrows waxed, I feel 1,000 times better. So maybe if I actually got them taken care of, I would feel 1,000,000 times better.
Yeah, it helps. It helps. It makes them more low maintenance. It's not no maintenance because you do have to come back for touch-ups, but it's low maintenance.
Lower is better.
Yes.
That's good. What do you do if they're like really bushy? Do I have to still like?
So before people come in for the actual procedure, so when you come in, I map you out and then I take a little razor and I go around them and clean them up. So I tell people like I want to see what your natural hair is, like even if it's like crazy, like I want to know what you have
Like,
and what we're working
eyebrows here.
Yes, I'll trim them and everything.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes,
So let's know about you. You said you're from Fairbanks. You have 2 small kids, and you're staying here in Clarksville.
Yep.
How old are your kids?
I have a 3-month-old daughter. Yeah, and then I have a 3-year-old son.
Wow.
Yeah.
And with that, I have all my kids are really close together. And
Yeah.
It's a ride.
Mm-hmm.
Having the little baby and the toddler has been a ride, I bet.
Yeah, it's been interesting. Honestly, it hasn't been as bad of a transition as I thought it would be. I thought it'd be like a lot harder, but Lucy, the baby, is like the easiest baby in the world. Yeah, so I don't know how I got
Hope it
so
stays that way. I
lucky.
love it. Yeah.
My first one was colicky and just.
Okay, so
was
you
a lot.
deserve the easy baby second.
Yes.
So few
yes.
people have
so
that.
I'm
That's
like,
awesome.
not really trying to take my chances
That's
on
fine.
number
It's
3.
gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you could go back in time and tell younger Xena something, what would you tell her?
I would tell her to go for what makes you happy in life, like whatever it is. That being like a job or a relationship or whatever it is that makes you happy, like follow that.
Yeah.
Because like we only have so much life.
Right.
So,
And I feel
Don't
like you
worry.
don't catch that early enough.
yeah, and a lot of people are so focused on like worrying about what other people think that they should be doing instead of focusing more on what they actually want to do. So that's like why I was caught up in the dental field because my whole family had been in the dental field. And when I got out of high school, my parents, I don't want to say they weren't supportive, but they weren't really supportive of the idea of me getting out and going right to beauty school.
Yeah.
So they kind of pushed me to go to, college instead, where I did get my business degree.
Yeah,
so I did do that. And
That's
then
useful.
yes,
It's
right.
working out.
So I do have that, but I was kind of stuck in this like rut of with the business degree, at least an associate's, like it was too wide, it was too broad. You couldn't like go out and be like, look, I have a business degree, so I qualify for this job over other
totally
people.
be an accountant manager.
Exactly. So that's why I kind of got stuck in the dental field, was because I was making such good money doing that, and then it was like, well, now like what?
Yeah.
So if I could go back, I would have been like, no, like you should really go to beauty school. And I feel like, I mean, my business has grown so much just like in the last several years. Like what could it have been if I had started when I was 18 and gone to school instead of at 23.
I totally feel that. I feel like so many of us are in the same kind of situation, and I was serving tables most of my 20s. Like, I'm just gonna be serving tables because it makes me money, and that's like military wife, all that. But it kind of sounds like you have a whole exact theme of your life, because you went with Choose Joy for your business name.
Yes.
Like, the same advice to your younger self. Like,
yeah, for sure. My business name used to just be something very like bland and random. My business name was XOXO Xena because my name
cute.
is Xena.
I like that.
And I literally just did it because in my head I was like, all right, my name is strange. It starts with an X. So people will remember XOXO Xena. They'll remember how to spell my name. So I went with that for a long time, and I had a bit of a rough patch in 2019 is actually when I changed the name to Choose Joy Beauty. I had seen, it's really weird, I I'm like one of those people that I take signs, I feel like, from the universe.
And we'll send you signs.
Yes,
So.
and when I was going through this really rough patch, I kept seeing the quote, like, choose joy everywhere. And it is a popular quote, so I mean, you know, it could be a sign, could not be, whatever. Exactly, but another part to that was, like, when I was going through this hard patch, I was having a really hard time, like, choosing my joy.
Yeah.
But also my middle name is Joy.
Oh, cute.
So it was like, it has a double meaning for me. So
I love
it's like,
that.
choose yourself, but also choose happiness,
Yeah.
choose joy. Like, choose the things that make you excited about life.
Well, I feel like that vibe right there is what brings people here. Like, you're clearly good at what you do, but also I want to come to a place that's like, we're going to be surrounded by joy. We're going to be focusing on taking care of ourselves and doing what we need to do. So that's important work and really cool.
Everyone always thinks my name is Joy because of my business name, but it's my
It's
middle
cute.
name.
It works.
Yeah, so
It
if
works.
anybody ever calls me Joy, I just kind of roll with it.
Yeah, although I really like Xena, so I wouldn't want to lose that, even though Joy is a great name. Xena is so unique. I really like
True.
that.
That's very true. Thank you.
Well, that's all. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today.
Thank you.
You guys, you gotta come see this place. It's so cute.